So, most of you probably know by now that the media really, really likes to focus on Joe Biden, his age, and his health. Today, I have a video here, a montage of Donald Trump over the past 2 weeks of him talking and, him being not there all of the way. We're going to watch that, and we're going to enjoy that. The reason, though, that I want to watch that and react to that, it couldn't have been come at a better time, is because I was on Media Matters, and I found some really interesting analysis that they released just 2 days ago, where they found that cable news, over just the past week, really, has been mentioning Biden's age 4 times the amount that they have been mentioning Trump's age and health, I should say. In a 4-day period, beginning with the release of the Washington Post ABC News poll that included questions about the age and health of President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump on September 24th, Media Matters found that cable news outlets mentioned Biden's age or health 193 times, nearly 4 times as often as Trump's age or health 56 times, despite the fact that the two are nearly the same age. They are nearly the same age. I think it's not even a 4-year difference, I don't believe. I think it's about 3.5 or something like that. And they also have a chart here. Sorry, I should have shown this. But they have a little chart here that shows, CNN, which, surprisingly, they actually didn't mention it that much. They still mentioned it quite more, almost 3 times as more than they did Donald Trump's. Fox News, a lot obvious. MSNBC, though, doing almost the worst. Not quite. But today, we're going to be watching a montage here that was posted by Ron Filipkowski here on Twitter. Ron Filipkowski is a former MAGA guy, actually, turned Democrat. He has a show called MAGA Uncovered. He is the editor-in-chief at Midas Touch. He does some really, really, really great work. Go and check him out on Twitter if you're on Twitter. Go and check out his show, MAGA Uncovered. I believe he posts that on YouTube and other platforms. Without further ado, here is Donald Trump honestly just being himself.
There shouldn't be voter ID. Now, you have voter ID to buy a loaf of bread. You have ID to buy a loaf of bread. You have everything. You have pictures.
No. You want to know what you actually only need to buy ID for, and when you go to the store, it's not a loaf of bread. I'm sure that's probably what Republicans want. I'm sure Republicans probably want you to have to identify yourself when you go to buy a loaf of bread. No, the only thing that you have to identify yourself when you go to a store is your ID when you're buying an alcoholic beverage, because, you're not allowed to sell alcohol to people that aren't 21 years old. That's the only thing you need your ID for. But again, I'm sure Republicans would love to make it so you have to show your ID to get a fucking loaf of bread.
Windmills are driving them crazy. They're driving the whales, I think, a little batty.
What?
And they're washing up on shore at levels never seen before. And
because of the windmills? I thought Donald Trump knows windmills better than anybody. He said that. Donald Trump knows windmills. He knows windmills better than anybody. So I don't know how he fucked that up. He knows windmills better than anybody.
Veterans don't have cell phones, do they? All the currently dry canals will be brimming and used to irrigate everything, including your own homes and bathrooms and everything. You're going to be happy. And I'm
going to irrigate my fucking bathroom? You know what I do when I sit here and I watch these clips? I sit there and I try to figure out, what he might be talking about, in the broader context, and I can almost never figure it out. And sometimes I do go and look it up, and I'm never right. I'm not even close, half the time ever. It's just incoherent rambling.
Enforcement to arrest their leading political opponent, and leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, you take a look at Obama and take a look at some of the things that he's done. This is and Jim.
He didn't even play that whole clip. He let Trump off on that one. I mean, we've seen that one before, but God, what the fuck was that? That was terrible. You guys know if Joe Biden did that, even for a second, then the fucking right-wing media would be all over it. Joe Biden fucking has mega brain fart in the middle of speech, not fit to serve. It's ridiculous. Where is the coverage of fucking this orange boy? Where is the right-wing media coverage of Orange Man mess up? Where is it at?
Caviezel, who's a big actor, and as Jim.
Wait, what? Who?
This is and Jim Caviezel, who's a big actor.
Kevin Sale? Did he mean Spacey or Kevin Sorbo? Because Kevin Sorbo was kind of a big actor, but he got fucking kind of booted from Hollywood because he's a crazy ass right-wing panderer now. Thinks Hollywood's too woke. And Kevin Spacey, that guy's he's got some issues I don't want to even mention here on YouTube because YouTube will take action against my video because all of my videos lately have been just being limited by YouTube because YouTube definitely, I'm their favorite content creator. What the fuck? Kevin Sale.
And as Jim Caviezel was a great guy. You know who he is? Also throws hats. Do you notice the hats? He's throwing hats, and he does it the same way. He gets low and he flicks his wrist like that.
Is he talking about Odd Job from fucking James Bond? The guy, and he has the hat, and it's got the like the metal rim in it, and he can throw it, and it's fucking like a deadly weapon. Is that what he's talking about? That's kind of fucking badass, honestly. Like, I think Odd Job's a sweet ass villain, straight up.
And we don't like these copycats, do we?
These
you know, I don't do the hat
copycats.
thing anymore because I don't want to. I watch somebody say, ugh.
I don't do the hat thing anymore. I don't have money to make the MAGA hats anymore. I don't have money to produce them because all of my money, even from my political action committees, is just going straight to my legal fees. You know, I can't do the hat thing anymore because I don't have any money.
Oh. And her parents are so proud. Ha. 19 years. She's almost here. Ha. Boom. Couldn't do it. And there.
It's hilarious when Donald Trump gets in front of a microphone and just moans and sticks his tongue out. But when Joe Biden actually makes jokes that are funny, they sit there and they roll their eyes and they're like, oh, God. This guy is so insufferable. How can these people like him? He's not funny. His charisma is no longer there. I feel like that was the only thing you could say about Trump is he had charisma, but that is no longer there. This man is a shell of his former self.
Windmills are causing whales to die in numbers never seen before.
The windmill thing again? The whales?
Nobody
what?
does anything about that. They're washing up and show. A crazy Nancy Pelosi who ruined San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco's ruined.
How's her husband doing, by the way? Anybody know? Everyone thought Bush was going to win.
What a fucking piece of shit, man. I hate this fucking guy. It's okay when the right-wing media, is a piece of shit. It's okay when they make a comment like, how is Nancy Pelosi's husband, who got attacked with a hammer, that they also thought was staged by the Pelosi's as like a fake attack? Like, what?
And then they took a poll.
You can't have it both fucking ways, dog. Come on.
Found out Trump was up by about 50 points. Everyone said, what's going on right here? They thought Bush, because Bush supposedly was a military person. Great. You know what? He was a military. He got us into the Middle East. How did that work out, right?
Yeah, Donald Trump, and you said you were going to pull us out of the Middle East, and you know what? You didn't do that. You know who did get us out? Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Donald Trump made a lot of promises to deliver on none of them. He delivered on 0 promises he made during his campaign.
Right. But they all thought that...
He did make tax cuts for the rich. He did say he was going to cut taxes, and he did cut taxes for the uber wealthy. So maybe there was one.
Bush might win, Jeb. Remember? And we did with Obama. We won an election that everyone said couldn't be won. I will direct a...
Yeah, because Donald Trump ran against Obama.
Completely overhauled...
If you can't remember who you ran against, you're not fit to serve. I'm sorry. Like,
DOJ to investigate every radical DA and AG in America for their illegal, racist, and reverse enforcement of the law. Illegal immigrants that came in, they've got my mugshot on. We would win California in a general election.
Is that a good thing? I would wear Trump's mugshot around unironically, not because I know he's making merch about it. And like selling it, but I would wear that to show people that Donald Trump has a mugshot that got taken, because I think that shit is hilarious, and I think that picture is really fucking funny of him sitting there fucking being really angry while he gets his mugshot taken. I would wear that around and have it say something like, haha, motherfucker. Well, I don't know if I'd be able to have it say that, but something like that.
Didn't have a rigged voting system. All the other people that have suffered, the J6 people. Deranged Jack Smith. Has anyone ever heard of him? I wonder what his name used to be. Jack Smith. Sounds so nice, doesn't it? We can actually dampen.
I don't know if Donald Trump knows anything about Jack Smith or what his career was up until the special counsel stuff. I really don't know if Donald Trump knows anything about Jack Smith.
In our forests with water that costs us nothing that will come pouring down from the north. Wouldn't that be nice? If you had dampened floors, you wouldn't have forest fires. So, records, Al
What?
Capone.
What is this thing of him talking about irrigating the inside of my house? You mean the outside, Trump? Are you okay?
Was not indicted so much. They're only allowed a small amount of water when they take a shower. That's why rich people from Beverly Hills, generally speaking, don't smell so good, you know.
Lindsey Graham, wherever you...
What the fuck is he talking about? What?
You are, Lindsey?
Thank you. Oh, no. He helps me on the left. If you rob a store, you can fully expect to be shot as you are leaving that store.
What happened to law and order? How is theft grounds for getting shot? That's not self-defense. That's not... I don't understand. Tell me what law says that theft is punishable by death. Where? What fucking quasi third world fucking upside down dipshit backwards dystopia do these fucking twats want to live in? What is this? What am I listening to? And then they clap. They clap. I don't understand. Also, I'm sorry, but I'm sick and tired of hearing rich people talk about theft. It's like, this dude has been rich. I saw a clip. This might sound a little far out there, but I saw a clip of Tupac Shakur. I think it was 1991 or 1992. MTV News was in the studio with him. And he was talking about how capitalism is literally a broken system. And he was specifically mentioning how Donald Trump, this was in the 90s, the early 90s, had all this fucking money. He was a rich-ass motherfucker, and not the only one by any means. There's tons of rich-ass motherfuckers out there. And there are people that literally don't have food. They don't have clothes. They have nothing. And then people like this are able to, sit there and go to sleep at night. It's a really powerful clip. I don't agree with everything that he says in it. But I'm sick and fucking tired of hearing these rich fucking assholes like Donald Trump, who lies. He lies about his assets to purposely inflate his value. Something that people that don't have anything, they can't even do that. This motherfucker lies about his wealth to make it seem like he has more than what he really has. And there are people that literally have nothing. And he's sitting here talking about shooting people that steal shit. Fuck you. You're a nasty, disgusting piece of trash. Every single person that clapped for that, I feel the same about. You're a fucking nasty piece of shit. You're a disgusting, deplorable human being. Go fuck yourself. I don't want to share my country with you. I don't want to be around you. You don't deserve to be here. Yeah.
Shot!
Shot! To your lawyer's advice, or were you listening to your own instincts?
I was listening to different people.
This guy, he doesn't care about this shit. He just wants people to clap for him. He just wants people to suck his fucking cock. He just wants yes men around him 100% of the time. This man has not grown mentally since he was young. This dude is the same guy who wants to have sex with every fucking woman that he sees. He wants to fucking do whatever he wants to do and not suffer any consequences. This man should not be anywhere near public office of any way, shape, or form. Get this man away. Lock this man up. This dude is the biggest and most persistent national security threat I've ever seen in my life. This man is the worst thing to happen to America in recent times.
And when I added it all up, the election was rigged. So now when we go in to obliterate a country with our army tanks, at least we won't pollute it with...
Yeah, Donald Trump, actually, because, all the presidents apparently do this. Donald Trump actually greenlit so many United States airstrikes in Yemen that when he was president, they stopped keeping track of airstrikes that Donald Trump said that they could do in Yemen. It was double what Obama did, and they literally just stopped keeping track. Like halfway, like a third of the way through his presidency, we were just like, we can't. We stopped keeping track. We do so many drone strikes in Yemen, airstrikes in Yemen that specifically drone strikes. That's what they are. We can't keep track anymore. We lost track.
The pollutants pouring out of the back of the tank. Kill a baby in the 7th month or the 9th month or after birth.
That's not. You can't do that. This is from his Meet the Press interview, which is really fucking crazy. If you guys haven't watched it, I don't recommend you go and watch it because it's fucking terrible. But he said you could kill a baby after it's born. No, that's called infanticide. You can't actually do that. And people that do that, they get prosecuted for that. There was a woman, and this is probably a weird story to use. I also might get action taken against me for this video. There was a woman, a very young lady, who was a cheerleader, and you guys can go and look the story up because it received a lot of national attention when it happened. It's really slight trigger warning. There was a woman, very young lady, and she was pregnant, and she gave birth in a hospital in a bathroom, and I guess she was. I'm not 100% clear on what exactly happened because we don't really know yet. But she gave birth in a bathroom, and I guess she was so panicked and scared about what was going on at the time that she threw her baby in a dumpster, and shortly afterward, she was arrested. And I don't think we have received any updates since. But yeah, you can't do that, Trump. You can't actually just yank the baby out and kill it. That's criminal. That's actually criminal, and we prosecute people that do shit like that.
And they're allowed to do that, and you can't do that. Let's indict.
They're not allowed to do that, man.
The motherfucker. Let's indict.
Did he say motherfucker? Dirty fucking mouth, rotten ass, dirty mouth, Donald Trump. No, he did not just say motherfucker. These fucking conservative guys come into my fucking comments and say, you should clean up your language. You have a dirty mouth. And it makes me want to just like laugh in their face, but I can't because I'm not standing in front of them. They're hiding behind their screen names.
Do that, and you can't do that. Let's indict the motherfucker. Let's indict.
So he can say motherfucker and it's fine, but when someone on the left, like me, cusses, that's bad. Go fuck yourselves. Republicans are hypocrites even to the smallest, tiniest, most trivial shit. Like someone's saying a cuss word. Like that's bad. I don't give a fuck.
A little differently, I guess, because I have had people come up to me and say, "How do you do it, sir? How do you do it?"
No, you haven't. Yeah, that's like I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. I don't even know how to respond to that. People just come up to him and say, "How do you do it?" Yeah, I'm sure. Were they crying when they came up to you? I'm sure that they were probably crying too, because everyone around Donald Trump always cries.
Stand up to the communists, the Marxists, the atheists, and the evil and demonic forces that want to destroy our country. They're destroying our country.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. How many people go down into my comments right now? Anybody that's watching the video, anybody, go down in the comments right now if you want to, and tell me how many people you know actually identify as communists. I know no self-proclaimed communists in my personal life. I know no one that says, I'm a communist. Me, myself, people that I know. I don't know anyone that claims to be a communist. I'm just curious. I don't care if someone identifies as a communist or not. I really am curious about how many people on the right think are actual real communists, because they throw the word out there all the time, but I'm really curious.
I took their fire and I did it gladly. Even his handicapped Gaffes.
What?
He's a 6. He's not a 6.
I want to stay focused.
We're going to have a little bit of a fun with that, I think, because that's a tough one. Came to see me, sir. We have a new fighter jet. We think it's environmentally friendly. I said, who cares if you're dropping bombs all over the place? I think they want to keep you somewhere around your home.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares if you're going to bomb them?
They don't want to build highways or something. They got some crazy plan. I stayed in one of those houses, and they had a shower head. And I want to really work hard on my hair, and I don't want to take it.
Yeah, what hair, bro? That's a hairpiece, bro. That's like... That is not hair. There is no way that he washes his hairpiece. I actually don't know how hairpieces work because I have a full head of hair because I'm not bald like Donald Trump is. Joe Biden's also not bald. Also, one more thing about their ages before I go. You can say what you want about Joe Biden and his age and his gaffes, I guess, if you really want to. I don't think it's important. But Joe Biden, he has never been close to, like, dying. Donald Trump caught COVID and was in the hospital, and the White House was extremely, extremely, very thin and vague when he was being treated for COVID. Joe Biden has been through sickness. He's been through this, that, and the other. He has not yet been close to dying. Donald Trump was hospitalized with COVID, and I think he was close. Well, not close, but it was serious enough to where they literally took him away from the White House to another medical center to treat him for COVID-19. So say what you want about Joe Biden, but I do believe that he is in better health than Donald John Trump. That's going to be it for the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that little bell, turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.